On December 15, 1970, humanity attempted what could only be described as a suicide mission. On December 15, 1970, humanity attempted what could only be described as a suicide mission. We were about to touch the surface of another world for the very first time. This wasn't the cold, silent dust of the moon, but a planet so hostile, so fundamentally broken, that it should not exist. The Soviet Union's Venera 7 probe was designed for a one-way trip into a planetary furnace. Descending through a thick, suffocating atmosphere of poison and acid, it was a metallic scream into the void. For 23 agonizing minutes, it broadcasted its findings back to a distant, listening Earth. And then, under an atmospheric pressure that crushes with the force of the deep ocean, it fell silent forever. What that tiny, doomed probe told us in its final moments rewrote our understanding of the cosmos. Venus is not Earth's twin. It is our evil twin, a nightmarish paradox of cosmic violence. It is a world where the sun's light is a distant, powerless smear in the sky, choked and scattered by impenetrable clouds of sulfuric acid. The ground is a landscape of permanent, suffocating twilight. A profound mystery hangs in those toxic clouds. Some unknown chemical, some bizarre atmospheric trick, causes the sunlight to vanish long before it can ever touch the rock below. It is a world of heat without sunlight, of crushing pressure without depth. And yet, despite an atmosphere bone-dry and utterly devoid of water, the sky is perpetually alive. Lightning, more powerful and frequent than any storm on Earth, relentlessly scars the ground, a constant, violent electrical storm in a world without a single drop of rain. But the most haunting revelation from Venera 7 and the missions that followed wasn't about the hellish present, it was about its tragic past. Buried within the chemical signatures of its atmosphere are the ghosts of a different time. Scientific models now strongly suggest that Venus was once a sister to Earth in more than just size and mass. For over 1 billion years, it likely had vast, temperate, blue oceans. It may have even harbored the conditions for life. So where did it all go? Where's the ghost of that ocean? The leading theory points to a runaway greenhouse effect, a planetary fever that literally boiled the seas away. The water vapor filled the atmosphere, trapping more heat, which in turn boiled more water until the oceans were gone. The intense solar radiation then stripped the hydrogen atoms from the water molecules, bleeding them into the blackness of space. Venus is a cautionary tale written on a planetary scale, a glimpse of what happens when a world's delicate balance is irrevocably broken. For 23 minutes, Venera 7 endured this hellscape. It stood on the Venusian surface experiencing 90 times the atmospheric pressure of Earth. It felt the weight of an entire ocean of air pressing down on its hull. It was bathed in heat so intense it could melt lead, registering a surface temperature of 475 degrees Celsius. It transmitted this vital data: the temperature, the pressure, the very composition of a world gone wrong across millions of kilometers of empty space. In those final, fleeting seconds, as its systems began to fail, did it witness something we were not meant to see? Before the full story could be decoded, the immense pressure became too much. The electronics fused, the hull buckled. Earth's first eye on another planet was squeezed into an unrecognizable piece of scrap metal. Today, the scorched remains of Venera 7 still sit on the plains of Venus, a molten monument to our own relentless curiosity and a tombstone for a lost world. We have sent other more advanced probes since, but the fundamental mystery remains. Venus is a silent, burning vault, and the key to its deepest secrets might have been lost forever in those 23 minutes of static and a dying signal. We reached for the heavens, and we found a furnace waiting for us. Now, as we stare at our own planet's changing climate, we are left to wonder with a chilling sense of dread if Venus was a ghost of a world like our own, or if it is a premonition of our future.